Hey everybody, welcome back to my Unprocessed Life. I'm headed to work this morning. I'll let you make a guess as to whether I'm early or late or running on time. My wife got me a picture of a t-shirt the other day, and it said, "Running late is my cardio." Man, the sun's bright today. Yeah, so she got me this shirt, this picture of her shirt the other day that said, "Running late is my cardio," and I was like, wow, my life on a shirt. Yeah, I wish it worked that way. I would have a whole lot more cardio in my life at this point. Let's see. So for dinner last night, we had some tempeh sandwiches and some veggie sandwiches, and that was pretty much it. I didn't lose or gain any weight yesterday. Just pretty much stayed the same, which I felt pretty good about, because I know that a lot of times in restaurants you can't get away from oil. Even if you ask them to make sure that your stuff's prepared without oil, you know, you still have oil. And like I had the spaghetti yesterday, or the angel hair pasta, and I'm sure there was olive oil or oil of some sort in the marinara. You almost can't get away from that. And same thing with the salads. The salads also have a lot of oil in them a lot of times, and even if I ask for them not to bring it with salad dressing, then, you know, it makes it almost impossible to eat the salad without some sort of dressing. So anyway, so long story short, I feel pretty good about that. Just pretty much staying the same after yesterday. So I feel like I'm poised for a pretty decent, you know, weight loss long term, because I'm not really gaining a lot of weight on days where things happen and so forth, where I can't, or I'm not able to control them the way I'd like to. I come down with a bit of a sore throat. I'm not sure what that's about, but a little bit of a sore throat bugging me this morning. For breakfast, I'm having my oatmeal. I brought it with me. See, oatmeal. And what it is, it's same as usual. If you haven't seen my other videos, what it is, it's a cup of rolled oats that I pour a cup of water into, and then let it sit for 10 or 15, 20 minutes, something like that. And then I put a bunch of cinnamon on top of it, and I add some maple syrup or fruit to it. Today it was maple syrup because I didn't have time to cut up fruit. And I throw that in there, and that is breakfast. And that usually holds me really well all the way until lunchtime, which today will be veggie sandwiches. I always thought, man, it'd be awesome if there was a sandwich diet. I could do that, and I'm not having any problems with it at all. So I like that quite a bit. I'm done with the pound of greens a day challenge now, and it's been a month, and I feel a lot better for having the greens. I know we haven't talked about it a lot lately, but I know that it's great to have that in the diet, and I think that really helps quite a bit too. So let's see, I think that's about it. Not sure what we're gonna do for dinner tonight. I have a ton, like a metric ton of corn pasta at the house. Once upon a time, Stark Raving Raw had gotten on this auto ship thing with I think it was Amazon. It may have been somewhere else. Anyway, and we were trying, seeing if gluten-free stuff worked for our son. He had a lot of acid reflux growing up, and it was a real challenge. Excuse me. And some of the things that we had read said, you know, if you get rid of the gluten, that will help. So we did a lot of this gluten-free stuff. And corn pasta, I believe, was gluten-free. And so we got on this auto ship from somewhere, I think it was Amazon, and we would get shipped this corn pasta, and then we decided to stop doing it, but apparently we forgot to cancel it. And so I think we forgot to cancel it for a couple months in a row, and so I now have a ton of corn pasta. We had corn pasta, spaghetti, and then we also had corn orzo. And the corn orzo and pasta, it's good, but it's different to cook. You don't cook it just like regular pasta, and you can't really even follow the directions that come with it, because if you do, it will just be way too hard and unpleasant to try to eat. So you have to really, really, really cook it down for a while, to where the water that is in, that the corn is in, turns into kind of a gelatinous sludge. I know it sounds gross, and it looks gross, but then once you rinse it off, it's just fine. It's just, like regular pasta or orzo, but it's corn. But it takes a lot of work, because you have to bring the water to a boil, you have to put the corn pasta in, and then once it's boiling, you have to stir it constantly or it sticks. It's a very, very sticky consistency. So it's not like your typical pasta where you can throw it in and wait and stir it a few times and you're good. You have to stand over this thing non-stop the entire time. So it is a little bit challenging in that respect. So maybe we'll do some corn pasta, because we have a ton of it and we're trying to save some money because we're having some financial difficulties. But I'll let you know. You can check out what I eat during the day on my Instagram feed, myunprocessed.life. You can leave me comments down below, and if you do, I'll respond to them as soon as I can. If you want to contact me directly, feel free to do that. myunprocessedlife@gmail.com. If you want to know when new videos come out, make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you love the video, share it. And as always, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. I know that there's so many other things that you could be doing with your time, so the fact that you choose to spend it with me for just a few minutes out of your day, man, I appreciate that. So thank you so much for spending time with me. And until this afternoon, y'all have a really great day, and I will talk to you again real soon on My Unprocessed Life.